Hey everyone! Hi! Hi! Um, okay. How is everyone? It's been a while. It's been like a week almost. Let me mute me. Shut up, Aaron. Okay. Hi, Vanna. Oh, what happened there? Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Vanna. I shared it on Twitter and Facebook. Have a good life. Oh, thank you. Hey, Tammy Sue. Hey, Mwit. Yeah, okay. How is everyone? I hope well. Oh, hi, Lulu. So it dawned on me too. I haven't updated the GoFundMe at all. So I'm going to update that today and just show receipts on what the money was spent on, which is basically plane ride and hotel room and the ride service, which actually came to much more than what the GoFundMe raised. But just so everyone has receipts, I wanted to share that. I'll do that momentarily, and I wanted to go over a few other things too. Hi, Lazy Wolf. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Marcy with an I. Hey, Life Weekly. Oh my God, thank you so much for the super Bobby and Gizmo, or the super sticker Bobby and Gizmo. And thank you for becoming a member, Vada. Yay. Yeah, I'm doing good. If you're asking me, I don't know if you're asking me, Marcy, with an IE, how I am, but I'm doing well if you were. Yes, no, I'm okay. I mean, I'll be honest, it's a little disheartening at times. You start to feel like there's a little bit of a defeatist attitude or whatever. Just witnessing all of these, not all of these people, but the few people who are very vocal online just keep telling lie after lie after lie. That's probably the most discouraging thing. As far as the lawsuit goes, so I'm not worried about that. So come May, we'll find out more. But thank you for asking. Thank you. Holy shit, what's going on here? Thank you so much for becoming a member, Lord or Mr. Black Wolf. Hi, Reagan. Member for 19 months. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. And what was up here? Dee Dee, member for 12 months. Hey, beautiful EKC. Oh, hi. Thank you. Yay. Hi, Flying Mom Laura. Hi, Reagan, by the way. Block them. Yeah, well, I ended up muting much of Twitter last night. I had enough. I just muted them, which is kind of funny because like people are sending me screenshots and it seems like they're still fucking going, man. They're still like coming at me on these Twitter threads like as if I'm there listening, and it's kind of funny, but I don't know, I feel bad for some of them, I think. But for those of you who were paying attention to some of the Twitter back and forths yesterday, I ended up posting the receipts there from the GoFundMe conversation between Steve and the GoFundMe rep regarding Manya and her refunds there. So if anyone's interested in seeing that, that's up on my Twitter profile. So anyway, so yeah, the receipts here. Let me actually go ahead and update them. And you're probably going to hear my stomach growl because, as usual, right before I start the stream, I realize I'm fucking starving. So, but it'll go away. All right. So annoying. Anyways, we all know my computer runs slow. So, oh, I can watch the chat. Right? Just go right to sign in. Okay. Oh, and you know what I've been watching? A friend of mine got me hooked on it or whatever. My friend Jen played a couple episodes of it. The brand new Sex and the City. It's on the HBO Max app streaming service there, and it's called Just Like That instead of Sex and the City. I have to warn everyone though, and I'm not going to do any spoilers here, but right off the bat, if you do decide to watch this, be prepared for a really good cry right in the beginning. And that good cry is probably going to carry on over into the second season. So just letting you know that, because my friend warned me. She didn't tell me why, but she warned me that it'd be a good cry. So I was glad to have that little heads up there. But it's a really good series so far. Like some of these characters, like the main characters there, Samantha's not in it yet, but I guess Samantha does come in second season sometime. But like the three main characters there, like two of them I never would have saw going the route in which they're going, and it's really interesting to watch because it's almost like you're watching like a real person, like just I don't know, come out of their shell kind of, and just do all kinds of new different things. It's interesting. I like it. And I'm still waiting for this thing to fucking load. It's unbelievable. Oh, but I'll have the chat up in just a second. Here's able to talk again. There we go. Shut up, Aaron. Chat up in just a second. Here's able to talk again. There we go. Oh, that's right. There we go. Okay. We got here. Hi, Tammy Sue. Hey, Ginger. Hi, Dash X. Hi, the crazy lady. T King. Tammy Sue, thank you for becoming a member. I can't really see though. I think that's caught up. Yep. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, good. Yay. There we go. Now it's signed up. And I can see my internet is not working well. I'm skipping. I can see in the app there. Anyway, so what I'm going to want to discuss too very momentarily, as soon as I get these fucking receipts up, it's really annoying me, this fucking computer. Like this computer was off for the better part of last week. I don't know why it's acting like this. Anyway, but I wanted to read some of Katie Joyce's Instagram posts there regarding the Duggars again. I mean, the accusations she's making, and I mean, for granted, I guess there's a chance that they could be factual, but she don't know that. I mean, she has no inclination on whether or not something's factual, and she's making some pretty big claims without having anything to back it up or any confirmation on it. I mean, it's kind of fucking, I don't know, it's bad. I think it's bad, but because I definitely hope it's not true anyway. Yeah. Marcy says it's been a thing. The interweb has bugged you. Yeah, it is a little bit. Hi, Indigo Halo. Hi, Janie Mac. Hey, Tanya G. Hi, William. Yeah, I think I'm caught up there. Oh my god, why is this taking so far? Oh, anyway. I might have to just fucking do the updates on my iPad or something. I don't know. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm not waiting for this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So let me get on over to Instagram. Must be the streaming that slows this down because my computer was running fine right before this. How was everyone's weekend, though? I hope everyone's weekend was well. Mine, I worked my ass off. I came back, I think, I came back and it just seemed like I just had, because I got stuck there an extra day. So it's like felt like I was behind by the time I came back and I had to jump into everything. And I was so tired yesterday. But I have today off and I have tomorrow off. What the fuck is taking so long? There we go. Okay. EQC, hey fam, EQC team. Oh, hi. I was just reading that. All right. Yeah, if anyone wants to say anything or has just make sure to tag me if you can, because I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really, and I'm using the chat here on my iPad, so I'm not going to see anything but big bright orange I'll see. Hi, internet hate machine. Hey, lazy wolf. Anything but comments there? All right. There we go. Now it's speeding up. Honestly, I think it might have been GoFundMe that might have been slowing that shit down. It's crazy. Huh. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share a screen. I think what I'll end up doing is just I'll post the receipts to the GoFundMe right after the stream. So if anyone wants to see the receipts, then just head on over. I'll put the link in here. Oh, and I'm also closing the GoFundMe, because that served its purpose. It's done. I'm gonna start another one for when I have to go back in May, and I may start it soon. I don't know. But like I'm probably going to keep the same wording as I used in the original one, because I kind of like how I worded that, because it does seem ridiculous. And I agree that this absolutely seems like a frivolous thing to spend money on. I'm right there with you. It's still kind of frivolous that I didn't have any say over, and I'm kind of stuck with, and I have to deal with. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and put out there. If you want to help and you can help and you choose to help, awesome. Thank you. If not, I get it. I don't blame you. Just thanks for being here. So just want to put that out there. Yeah, so present. So I'm thinking though she might have deleted a lot of her posts. So I might have to pull these up from my messenger. Who's a very good friend and keeps me updated and shit. And I do not respond as much as I should. But we all know that, I think we all pretty much know that by now. It's kind of what's got me in the position I'm in now, because I wasn't responding. It's crazy. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start there. Does she still have that one up? No, it looks like she does. Okay. All right, so this was a day ago. She wrote, Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets, originally planned to be an expose on the Duggar, Bates, and Platt families, the Josh Duggar cover-up, and their ties to the IBLP. This is how the producers marketed the show before it was created. The producers relied heavily on their subjects to bring them sources, and they also infiltrated snark boards and survivor Facebook groups. Jim Holt approached me about the series, and he encouraged me to speak to the producers. My conversation, wait a minute, I thought she said that Amy approached her, Amy and Deanna, or Amy and her mom, basically. I thought that that's what she said. Actually, I can check that. 1 second. I know exactly where I have that screenshot. Awesome. And No. Oh, there it is. Okay. And added. Where's it added? Let's see. He's okay. Screenshot. Damn it. All right, I'll find it eventually. I don't know where I put him right now. Facebook. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. So let's see here. What is it that she said? She said that she signed her appearance agreement to appear or whatever in January 2022. Jim Holt and Amy and Deanna signed in November 2021, she thinks. And let's see here. Yeah, she told a different story in the beginning. Let's see. Same with Anna. Okay, yeah. So she's full of shit. Jim Holt approached me about the series after he encouraged me to speak to the producers. My conversations with producers included a Zoom call with the entire group, emails, and text messages. They asked me to be a part of the series, and I signed an appearance release to be featured. During my contact with the producers, they appeared most interested in my contacts and sources. At the time of our conversations, they only had a few people signed. The producers asked me if my sources would be willing to work with them. They wanted to know which Duggars would speak to them. One producer went as far as asking me if I knew how to get Bill Goddard's phone number. My sources were adamant that they did not want to be involved in any way. That's convenient how, like, she's the only person I think who has all of these sources, but none of them want to be known or be involved in anything ever. Like, what's the chances of that? You know, none of them were comfortable being on camera and opening up their lives to scrutiny or threats they may receive from other cult members. The Holts were the only ones willing to go on camera. The entire immediate Duggar family, other than Jill and Derek, declined to be interviewed. Therefore, producers lacked enough insiders to reveal the inside workings of family in current state. Jill, Derek, Amy, and Deanna all have been outsiders to the family for years. Jim Bob made clear that anyone involved in anything negative about him would be cut off. Yeah, he just held the whole thing fucking hostage, right? The kids were bound by NDAs and could not speak. Many of his friends are bound by NDAs or are loyal to him. Here's the thing though, like, NDAs can't stop you from reporting crimes. I mean, if you have knowledge or whatever of a crime and you sign an NDA, that doesn't you can still report crimes just fine and not be in violation of the NDA. I mean, they can't stop that. So, I mean, the NDAs have a limited reach, I think. Many of his friends, okay. Unfortunately, the end result meant that producers ended up relying on IBLP survivors to fill in blanks with their own experiences. These experiences did not accurately portray the power Jim Bob holds over his followers and family, nor did it represent the truth about what happened in the home. The survivors were brave to speak out, but ultimately, not many secrets of the Tuggers were revealed. What are the issues with the Bates family? Gil Bates is on the board of the IBLP, and he's just as bad as the others. Maybe. He covered up SA for Gothard. I've talked to people involved with the series who haven't spoken to producers since. I doubt it. Okay, let me see something here. Oh wait, that's for that post. Okay. Josh and Ann Duggar were supposed to be the next power couple of the IBLP. Well, no shit. I mean, that's not news. I mean, I think everyone kind of thought that. There are new clickbait reports that Anna Duggar is working on divorcing Josh Duggar. These reports are categorically false. Anna will never divorce Josh. Okay. Here are a few details from my sources about how the Duggars leveraged their fame in order to broker relationships and arrange marriages. Despite the kids claiming their marriages weren't arranged, this is false. Jim Bob and Jim Holt arranged their children under the belief that Josh and Kaylee would become the next big couple in the IBLP. They were prepping Josh to become the president of the United States and believed that Josh would become one of the most powerful men in Christianity. When the relationship between Josh and Kaylee fell apart, Jim Bob needed to find someone new for Josh. By this time, the Duggars were darlings. Okay, I don't even care about reading all that shit, really. Anna's entire life is controlled down to where she lives. Her phone. What's the deal with Jana? How come she was never married off? I think most people should be able to put 2 and 2 together. Jana raised all of the kids for her parents, but also Michelle spent a lot of time trying to keep Jana away from Jim Bob, to the extent that Jana even slept in the same room with her mom in the living room, while Jim Bob shared a room with his sons. Keep her away. Why was she trying to keep her away from him? Was it to protect Jana? Same reason Mary Duggar kept Deanna and the grandkids away from Grandpa Duggar. What? Jim Bob was SAing Jana, or Michelle didn't want to take any chances? I don't know. I just know that's what happened and what I was told. Deanna told me that her mom kept her away from her dad. Jana was always with Michelle in the same way. This is crazy. I mean, I'm so glad Ginger is far away. She's controlled by Jeremy. Jeremy and Ginger are in a cult. Everything's a cult. Somewhat is the key word. She still refuses to acknowledge the abuse of her brother or the physical abuse of her parents. How do you know what she acknowledges? Just because she doesn't fucking make it public knowledge. It's not, you're not entitled to that. She doesn't owe you anything. As long as she acknowledges it for herself. I really hope Jana is able to get out one day. Unless Jim Bob dies, she won't. She's a very, very traumatized woman, but also a woman that endangered the welfare of a child. See, that is crazy. So she's saying that Jana was essayed by her father, or potentially could have been, might have been, would have been essayed by her father, if not for Michelle's intervention there, like throughout her life. And that Jana was forced to raise all of her siblings, and that um the only way she's going to get out, she's so traumatized that the only way she's going to get out is if and when Jim Bob dies. She's so traumatized. But then again, she also endangered the welfare of her child. So fuck her. Like, that's what she's saying. Like, yeah. But also a woman that did this thing wasn't watching one of these many kids that were under her responsibility there one time, you know? Like, she's been watching her siblings and shit for like the majority of her life every single day. One time there was an issue where one of them got away, or some kid got away or something. One time. Like, dude, I had 3 kids, and I think that I had more than one time some shit like that happened. Actually, I did it. There were twice. But like my daughter was like Houdini when she was little. Like, she could get out of anything. It was I mean, it wasn't even a running joke anymore. Like, it was we kind of tested it, and she did it every time. It was crazy. Why do you think the Holts let their daughter Kaylee out of her betrothal to Josh? That had more to do with Jim Holt and Jim Bob's breakdown of friendship. They weren't friends anymore because Josh being an S offender didn't stop Jim Holt from marrying his daughter to another S offender. Jim Holt couldn't control Josh the way he wanted to control him. Anna can escape and get a book deal. So sad. I feel for Priscilla, who will keep getting impregnated by that weasel of a husband. The only good thing Anna has going for her now is that her childbearing years will be close to over when Josh gets out of prison. A book deal won't pay for her to survive, and I absolutely hate that it's used as a way to escape. But a book deal? Why can't they be used as a way to escape? He practically threw her at the Duggars. They all fawned over Jim Bob and Michelle on the show because marrying a Duggar was a huge accomplishment in those circles. Anna grew up in family where her dad worked sporadically and didn't have money. The Duggars basically paid for Anna. Wow. That's crazy. Success is shit. So the Kellers don't know about the history of Josh. Wow, is Mr. Keller really trying to help convicts and got conned by Jim Bob, or is he as bad? I'm sure they downplayed it to them. Keller won't care and doesn't care because they believe in radical forgiveness. I don't know what that means. Okay. So one other thing I wanted to read. Oh. So where is it? Oh, okay, so here. This is a more recent post that she did. Knowing that many of my ancestors immigrated and went through Ellis Island, this build was sentimental. Like, everyone in America, I think, has relatives that went through Ellis Island. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a weird thing to make uniquely sentimental. Um, Wait 1 second. I got something stuck on my lip here. Up near me. Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't been over in chat for a minute. Let's see here. What do I got? Hey, let's talk with Megs and Michaela or Michaela. Michela? I don't. Again, I'm not wearing glasses, so forgive me. Beautiful me, beautiful you, beautiful we. Hi. Hey, OAH. Hey, AH. Tiffany, what's up? Let's see. I'll start here at the bottom. And I think that might be everyone. I don't know. If I forgot you, I apologize. Hi. Hi to everyone. And I don't see me tagged, so I think I'm good. How do you not respond to everyone's DMs in real life? It's very. I know. I really do have to get better at that. I really do. Because there's a few things I want to do with the channel coming up, and I'm going to it's going to require me actually working with other people. So. Can I make a suggestion? There's craziness going on with the 90-day fiance stuff. What do you mean? What you talking about, Mercy? I have no idea. I know nothing about the 90-day fiance stuff. So no, crazy 90-day. No, I'm up for talking about it. They have a subreddit, right? Would it be there? I'll go ahead and pull it up now. Because the Queen of England invited me to England to be queen for a day. I don't have receipts, but I never lie. I totally believe that too. I'm just kidding. My Archie is chewing the shit out of my fingers, and rather than take them away, I have crazy ideas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sentimental. That's my whole point there. So she put this post up, and I don't know. I've seen records of my great uncle's immigration, grandfather's brother through Ellis Island in the early 1900s, a few years before my grandfather was born in the U.S. as the first U.S.-born child of the family. This was a tedious build and took me just over 6 hours. See, Legos, I never. Those were easy. Connects, though. I tell you, I didn't know what I was getting myself into with those fucking Connects. My son, the first one he got was a Ferris wheel, and ended up getting the roller coaster like shortly after that. But the first one was the Ferris wheel, and 2 weeks, 2 fucking weeks on that Ferris wheel because I never did them before. And then the roller coaster he did mostly by himself. So yeah, but yeah, those things are crazy. I feel like this would be therapeutic in a good way. Okay. Yeah. So, Evergrande, who knows which grandparent it is she's talking about. I don't know, but just again, it seems like another example of just how shit changes, as she needs things to change. All right, so let me ask you guys something here. These screenshots here, now they're from an iPhone, okay? The text message on an iPhone, at least I believe it is, because that's what mine look like, and I have an iPhone, and I believe, let me see here. Yeah, so blue. So the other people in this group text have an iPhone. So it's all iPhone users. Now, I'm in group text with myself and Android users and myself and just iPhone users. So in all my group texts, the top here doesn't look like this for me. Now, it will say like the bubble here, and it'll use the initials for the other people in the group text, but that's it. It won't have the text underneath here like Jim and KJ. It never has my own name listed up there for me, because obviously I think I know that I'm in this group chat because I'm there. So why is it that on hers that KJ is there? And she calls herself KJ? I don't know. Just the whole thing seems weird to me. It really does. I don't know why it looks like that. I'm just wondering if anyone has any idea why that would be. Because there could very well be like a reasonable explanation for it. I just don't know. See, in here it looks different again. Well, actually, that's just her looking and Jim dude. So, all right. Yeah, so I don't know. It looks weird. Jim Hall didn't testify against Josh because he believed Josh was guilty. Bobby didn't testify because her daughter was spared. They married their daughter to a man that SA'd his brother, a man that Jim, quote unquote, fixed. She knew what Josh had done for nearly 20 years. She never went to police on her own. Instead, Bobby and Jim stayed in close circles of the Duggars. They were on the outside, but never far away. Bobby hated that anyone compared her to Michelle. She detested Michelle. In our conversations, Bobby degraded Michelle for having a high sex and Jim Bob. I sure hope that Bobby gave you permission to share that. Bobby and Jim were just like Michelle and Jim Bob. They were mirrors of the couple. I'm guessing they didn't give you permission to share that now. The only difference was Jim Bob got fame and wealth. The Holt's political career floundered and their businesses remained modest. Jim Holt hated Jim Bob because he was Jim Bob. He wanted to be Jim Bob. Jim and Bobby Holt wanted revenge on Jim Bob and Michelle. This is why they testified. They participated in shiny happy people for money and fame. But didn't Katie just say that she wasn't, or no, in the screenshots I shared a while back, she said that nobody gets paid in the documentary and that it wasn't a contract because nobody was getting paid. What she signed was an agreement to appear. So what fame and like fortune were they going to get off of this? I wonder. And then once I spoke to them on the phone and via text, their goal was very clear to me, in my opinion. It's very clear, but it's your opinion. They wanted to destroy the Duggars at all costs. And they also wanted to surpass the Duggars in fame. I thought it was a book deal they wanted, because that's what the claim was like almost a year ago. Bobby did not lie in her testimony about Josh Duggar, but she also did not tell the prosecutors everything she knew. Bobby told me that she knew Josh was looking at CSAM for more than a decade. She told me that Josh told her that he had seen everything on the internet between 2006 and 2010. Jim Holt believed he could fix Josh. All Josh needed was more faith. Jim Holt was obsessed with juvenile sex offenders and believed he could cure them. His obsession felt more like a fetish to me. Again, it may be true. I'm not saying it's not, but wow, it's a big claim. I want everyone to know that when I report this story, I know the whole story. I know these people. I have been on the receiving end of Jim's manipulation and abuse. He is worse than Jim Bob. Someone's worse than Jim Bob? When Josh was in need of help, Jim Holt was who came in to help him. Josh Duggar was created by his father and Jim Holt. Jim Holt is one of the most disturbing and perverse men I've ever encountered. Jim Holt is obsessed with sex. He spoke about it a lot, so much. I was stuck on a Zoom call with them for 4 hours. The amount of time sex was brought up floored me. I even asked Bobby if her husband was always like this. I know so much about these men. I could burn them all to the ground. I'm so much of an advocate, and I want to see the end to this patriarchal cult so badly that I could end it all right now. Fucked up. My sources are literally on the inside, or were on the inside. Some still have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's been a lot of work to find sources that aren't abusers. To gatekeeping people, a source. Okay. I found a few people from this world that aren't abusers, and they want this to end. But they don't want fame and don't want anyone to know who they are. That's the only way I can get info from them. If I tell you who they are, then they'll stop talking. Anyone ever find out who the babysitter was? Let's just say that her dad had a reason for not allowing police to interview her. It's crazy. Every man that helped cover this up had been accused by a child of SA. Jim Bob is the only one who hadn't been that we know of. Oh, so she says that these wait, what did she say? Are those gray text messages meant to be from Jim Holt? Those texts don't really read to me like a religious old man wrote them. I don't know why. I don't doubt everything you're saying, though. These are from Jim Holt. Okay. That's crazy. All right. Oops. You know, don't get me wrong. The Duggars, in my opinion, they pretty much they put themselves out there. They put their entire family out there. They exploited their kids, all 19 of them. So I don't feel that bad that they're getting shit, or that they're being discussed or whatever. I don't. But and like I said, Katie Joy may not be wrong with these outrageous claims she's making. I don't know. I mean, it's possible that she's not wrong, but without proof, without anything to back it up, then you're leaving the opportunity and room there for the Duggars and those around them to come out looking like the victims of Katie. And that's going to hurt any chances of truth getting out and people actually paying attention, because if they start looking like they're victims of this like rogue crazy blogger here, then the things that are truthful about them that come out and can be proven are just going to be turned away from that much quicker. I think I don't see how an advocate risks all that. How someone who can claim to be an advocate, but not be sure to handle things the right way, because you're going to end up doing more harm than anyone else, really. And let me go over here to chat. Yeah, exactly. The show was over. How long do they need to be prosecuted by KJ? Yeah, exactly. And I mean, how many members are there in the IBLP? Because I remember I looked this up not too long, or actually it's a couple of years ago, and I was really shocked that so much time and energy and attention is devoted to this group, this really small group. Let's see. So according to Women's Health magazine, okay. The Institute for Basic Life Principles, IBLP, estimates that more than 2.5 million people have attended its seminars. However, it's difficult to determine how many members the organization currently has because it's split into many offshoots. Wikipedia, there we go. They had a number last time I looked. So let's see here. Where's the number? Allocation facilities. $2.5 million people. Okay, yeah. Teaching a marriage. They had a number in here last time I looked. All right, here we go. 1970s had attendances of up to 20,000 people. Huh. I don't have a number in here, I don't think now. Yeah, but it was like 1,200 people last time I looked. 1,200 people is what was estimated. The 1,200 people in the IPL was about that. It was like right around 1,000 members or so. Current, like, yeah, up to date members or whatever. Like, that's not a lot of people. Like, even cult size, that's kind of small, right? I mean, I don't know. I think it is. Okay, here we go. It has peaked that Hinsdale headquarters had 200 to 300 staffers. Declining. Yeah, it's like 1,200 people or so in there. That's it. So why is it then? What is it about? Is it just like the Duggars? Is it because of their TV show that they had and maybe like the Plants or whatever? Is that why there's so much discussion about them? Because this isn't a very large group of people. You know, I mean, sure, if you count everyone who's maybe associated with the IBLP, yeah, then the number is pretty high. But currently practicing members like of today, the number is not very high. So why is it that they get so much attention? I don't get it. Oh, what are you talking about, Dash X? Is it Arkansas? We still feel the repercussions from this group. They are extremely influential with their lawmakers, even if their political runs are through. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I can see that. Yeah. Always with your ancestors. I thought you were gonna talk about oh, Marcy, go to your local library's archives and see if another member can help you. Once you get the Patriot number, you can pull their lineage in the big red book. I guess is someone named the group that Jim and KJ. My assumption is Bobby Holt named the group, maybe not realizing it names it that for everyone. Well, I mean, so the bubbles on the top there, okay? Like I pull up here this group chat and I have the bubbles, they automatically appear on top for my group chats, but my initials don't show up there. There we go. Here's one with just 2 people in it. Yeah. So there's just the initials, and it says 2 people. That's the text underneath. It doesn't say anything else. Oh, that could be no wait, yeah, one person's in there in my contact list, so the name should be showing. Okay, here's 2 people who are in my contact list. Both of them are Apple iPhones. Okay, and so all right, we're gonna do this. So this is what it shows. You see? I can't. Okay. See? So I mean, I don't know why hers looks like that. I mean, I get what you're saying. You could name it something different. Let me see if I name this. So go to what info. Change name and photo. Enter group name. Just never put anything in there. All right. So all right. When I change the name of the group, then I just typed in nonsense, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's what their text then comes up. So I get, yeah, I can see maybe someone changed the name of the group to, okay. They changed the name of the group to Jim and KJ. But Bobby Holt was also in there because it's Bobby Holt and Jim Holt's bubble initials up top, and then underneath the text is Jim and KJ. I don't know. It just seems weird that she would refer to herself as KJ and only named the group after those 2 people. Maybe I don't know. It just seems weird. Okay, so yeah, Dash X, I thought it almost looked like what you were talking about possibly was because you said something about I think graves or whatever. What I do, especially that as the warm weather gets warmer and everything here, is I'm a member of the website findagrave.com, and you sign up and you put your location in and stuff, and it finds cemeteries in your area, and people put in requests to have pictures taken of their ancestors or their family members' grave sites and whatever, their headstones, and you can get email notifications, or you can just sign into the website and see what requests have been submitted for your local area cemeteries, and you just go walk around cemeteries taking pictures. It's cool. I like it. Except we have one cemetery here. It's got like 50,000 graves in there, so I won't do that one. It's too big. And I'm not still sharing screen, right? Okay. I think KJ is the only one devoting attention to the IBLP. I think you're right. I bet that wasn't the case, but I think that's definitely the case now. Yes. KJ's initials didn't show up either. That part. The part that says Jim and KJ is the chat name. Maybe none of you named your group chat. Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I just changed the group chat of mine, but yeah, her initials don't show up. Oh, and my group chats, the bubble initials, mine don't show up for that either. In fact, I click on them, and then it says 2 people, and I click the drop down menu for that, and it doesn't list me as one of the people there. It lists just the other 2 members. So it's weird. I don't know. Did you see Paul's last post on Jana Duggar? She says Jana. No, I didn't see that. I'll pull that up though. You take pictures too for them? Yeah, I know. It's so. I started doing it during COVID. It just got me out of the house, and I don't know, just to walk for the sake of walking gets old, I think, after a while. There's only so much Pokemon you can really play to keep yourself occupied. But I had a great time doing that. It's just hard, it's almost like it's a challenge because most most graveyards, they're not like, you can't just like go in and find, like, look on a list or whatever for a last name and then find the plots on a map and then go find them. That's not how they work. Some of them I think started doing that, but like one, like a mile and a half from me does that kind of, but not for everyone. Someone decided it was a great idea to bury my granddad in Canada, not England, because they had to fly his remains, in fact, to do that, jerks. Oh. So let me go on over to Paul's. All right, get my messages down. All right, so since Amy and Katie Joy are BFFs again, I bet this is the family friend. Oh, she was, wait a minute, she was posting on her private account? Bad Jana without a crystal ball, thank you for not leaving Jim. Jana Duggar is a 34-year-old woman that is trapped on her parents' compound and under the control of Jim Bob Duggar. A former friend of the family says that Jana's only way to escape would be a police escort that would enable her to leave the home with her belongings. According to the friend, other daughters of families connected to the Duggars have had to use police or flee in the middle of the night from their homes. Once the adult women leave, the friend alleged that Jim Bob instructed his followers to shun and cut off all contact with the wayward daughters. What's worse is that the men in this group believe it's their right to spank their adult daughters until they move out of the home to marry. This teaching was as prevalent as spanking a child, according to the friend. That means that Jana could still be disciplined by her dad for disobeying. What? Her? It means that Jana could still be disciplined by her dad for disobeying her. Okay. Video coming soon. Why is she posting on her private account, though? That doesn't make sense. Oh, what? Can she not post on a page or something, I wonder? I heard that goblins like Legos. Interesting. Whatever helps you sleep at night, solutions in Spanish red, and you'll sleep tight. I was waiting all day for your new YouTube video about the Hoyts, but you made the better decision to build Legos with your son. Yep, I'm building, and he's playing with his toys and watching videos. But all he wants is for me to build this while I'm in the same room as him. I will always put it. Oh my God, who feels like they have to say that? All he wants is for me to build this shit while I'm in the same room as him. I'll always put it first. Like, who has to say that? Ask me a question about the Duggar cult. No, sister wives. You are so mean and snarky to your followers. You treat them like idiots for asking questions. Oh, you are so sweet. Katie is a cold next best thing to Spanish red line. Okay. Ask me a question about the Duggars cult, no sister wives. Do you think any other Duggar kids will leave the cult? The boys will never leave the cult, at least not now. Jim Bob has made them completely dependent on him, and they are all groomed to be predators. They have no incentive to leave because they have power and control sex. Power and control sex. Okay. Jim Bob also controls their money, and Jim Bob has airplanes and toys they would never have without him. I want an airplane. Who out of the Bates kids are still in the IBLP? I'm bored with questions about the Bates. Not a single one has ever spoken an ill word about their dad. Their dad is abusive. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Crazy. Right. Are you concerned for your safety in exposing this? Nope. I don't live in conspiracy land like these people do. They all believe Jim Bob is dangerous and kills people. Seriously. Jim and Bobby Holt always acted like Jim Bob was going to kill them. Jim Bob won't kill anyone. He's a coward. Because that's why he won't kill people, because he's a coward. Really? Like, that's the one thing that's stopping someone from murder, is because they don't have the balls to do it. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Maybe just some people don't kill for other reasons. Apparently that's not the case for Katie. Apparently she's just a coward, and that's why she doesn't kill people. What's Jana up to these days? This is not an update on the kids. I'm talking about the cult. Jana is a captive on her dad's property and effective slave to the whole family. But it's not an update about the kids. While I update you about the kids, like you asked. Oh shoot, damn it. It blows my mind that people want updates on these kids. They are trapped in a cult. What you saw on TV was fake. They have no autonomy and no control over their lives. Jim Bob controls them. That's all the update you need. Think about the Turpin family or any other abusive family that has been in the headlines. That is the reality of the Duggar kids. They have no personal agency. Jim Bob Duggar controls every single aspect of their lives and rules them by fear. They are not allowed to be independent. They are effective captives of their father, but don't even know it. Jason and James traveling is all for deflection content for Jim Bob. Do Jim Bob and Michelle even have any idea of the damage they've caused? Jim Bob is a malignant narcissist, so they would be a no. Michelle is pretty narcissistic as well, but she and Jim Bob do fight a lot. Their marriage is a mess. I can almost hear the smile, which I read that. Facts. Men in the IBLP do not have to respect women or value their opinions. Women are nothing more than a vehicle for sex and babies. Jim Bob brainwashed his daughters that the police releasing the investigation report was more traumatizing than Josh's abuse. They were never allowed to process their abuse and were forced to forgive Josh. Wait, what was that? Some of the Duggar friends and associates stopped beating their kids on the butts because they left bruising. So many now beat their kids on the bottom of their feet to hide their bruises. Every single Duggar child still in the cult spanks, hits, and beats their children because they are told they don't love their kids if they don't beat them. Oops. Anna Duggar getting a book deal won't save her from a cult. Print media does not pay what it wants to and is not a long-term answer for income. Print media is dying. Anna Duggar is not famous enough to warrant a big advance from a publisher. She was a D-list celebrity. She's not Britney Spears or Prince Harry. you think Jim Bob has been appropriate with this girls and Jana? State. Do you think Jim Bob's been inappropriate with his girls and Jana stayed to protect? I'm guessing that means in Jana stayed to protect them. I don't buy this theory. Jana is a victim of abuse. She stays because she's a victim of abuse. What? I don't buy this theory. Jana is a victim of abuse. She stays because she's a victim of abuse. Okay, that's how it should be. Also, don't forget, she's convicted of endangering the welfare of a child. Jim Bob has dirt on her now. What? From the charge? I mean, that was already public knowledge. What the fuck is Jim Bob holding over her head there? Oh, don't. I'm going to tell people that, you got in trouble with fucking CBS there. Yeah, they already know. And do you think the older Duggar kids will try to rescue the younger kids? Won't happen. They won't even report Anna to CPS. That's crazy. Still confused why CPS can't interview Anna's kids now that their father's been convicted. Any parent can deny an interview with CPS. The Duggars are notorious for not allowing CPS to interview their kids. Their kids are coached to lie. They still lie on social media, and the adult kids are abusing their kids, which is why I don't report on births. Oh, okay. Did she do that for all of her daughters or just Jana? Same reason Mary Duggar kept Jana, okay. I already read these, yeah. She did adjust it. Okay. I think there's one other comment though I wanted to read. What is this? All right, I'm just going to read these and then I think I'm going to go to chat and then maybe wrap this up. Close these out. What is this? Jim Hull has been exposed. The hardest part of this process of reporting was the smear campaign Jim Hull ran against me. When I learned the truth about him, he did everything in his power to turn all of my contacts and sources against me, including Amy and Deanna Duggar. No, that was your doing. There's clips of it everywhere. I spent years working to build trust with these women. I mean, these women. It has not been easy because they have been gaslit, abused, and harmed by this cult of insidious, perverse men. Jim Hull weaponized Amy against me and manipulated her at a vulnerable point right after Josh's trial. Was that why you were practically accusing Amy Duggar of abusing kids and using corporal punishment? Is that why? Because Jim was manipulating her? Was that why? He used her to discredit my reporting about him, to prevent the truth from coming out. Thank goodness that every source that Jim Hull turned against me has well come to figure out who he is. In other words, everyone that dared to turn against me has since learned their lesson. Jim Holt is a monster. He was never on our team to work to expose this cult. He was after fame and money. He and Bobby lied so much during Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets. It's almost like they intentionally tried to discredit the series with their involvement because today they are besties once more with the Duggars. I'm so angered at the damage this cult and these men do to women. I've learned after today that okay. That my connection to Amy and Deanna is unbreakable, and we had the same goal. The Northwest, was it Northwest, Arkansas religious mafia will be exposed, and we will not stop until these men are in prison. Hey, Jim Hull, Amy, Deanna, and I don't forgive you. Well, wait, who said that you, what? Seems like a dumb thing to say. Oh, shoot, I'm an idiot. Is there anything in Jim Bob Force essay, or has there been any rumors? I know you can't speculate. What are you talking about? She speculates out of her ass. What are you talking about? I know you can't speculate. In fact, she can't. Well, she thinks she can, anyways. I mean, Michelle can't say no ever. Safe to say that he's Arda's wife. That's why would you? If even if they were true, why would you want to do that to Michelle? Why would you want to put that, say that? I mean, come on. That's not, you're not, that is the least advocacy action one could ever take, really. White Christian men have done so much damage. Amy told me that video was about backwoods Barbie. I don't lie. Yeah, it's kind of obvious that it was. When she got dragged for it, then she told me she didn't know who Barbie was, even though we spoke about it in length. She blamed me for her getting negative reviews on Google. Barbie and her fans went after her, and she blamed me for what she started. I only told her that Barbie hates me, which is true. Oh, yeah, I remember this dream too. Oh my God, that was about Barbie? LOL, yeah. That woman is C-U-N-T. You know why she hates you? Because she hates me. Oh my God. Imagine saying to Amy Duggar, yeah, the only reason why the chick hates you is because she hates me and you're friends with me. Like, nothing's about you. It's all about me. Because she hates me. She only covers the Duggars because she doesn't like me. She flat out created, what? She flat out created something, but and then, oh, because the chat was over that. Oh, this person thinks Katie brought receipts. Oh, that's funny. Deanna doesn't have money. Neither does Amy. Amy is being sued by her landlord for breaching her contract by breaking her lease and back rent. She has a tax lien against 3130 for close to 30K for 3 years of not paying the state taxes. They are delinquent on taxes on their commercial properties, but they just bought a new car. Yay. Oh yeah, they also have a loan that they keep modifying on the commercial property. They are delinquent on taxes because the payment is too full. How is that not stalking someone? Seriously, like how is, I mean, that's, I don't know, it's crazy. Oh. What is he saying? Same. I was heartbroken when I figured out who she really was last December. I must have missed it. But what occurred in December exactly? She lied to my face. And then when I caught her, she went on a month-long smear campaign against me. When did Katie make these comments? But was this recently? All right, so rid of that one. Okay. I replied 3 times to her nonsense. People were warning me that she'd block me if I made her angry. She is sitting in a place of ignorant privilege and judgment. She clearly has no education on this matter or respect for a person's right to choose what's best for them. I told her to keep her religious ideologies out of my uterus. She's fake. She's fake pro LGBTQ too. She's good at lying. Looks like it. I thanked her for showing us who she truly is. I learned who she really was in December 2021. A lying opportunist that tells so many lies she can't keep track. She also has so many of the same funny beliefs as the Duggars. She's just better at hiding it. It's not Amy has gone to an online. It's not Amy has gone to an online boutique. KJ is the friend only the devil would love. I didn't know 3130 closed. Yep, she moved from one location to another. Her landlord at the previous location sued her for back rent and breach of contract. Then her sales started going down because Josh got arrested. She's in a mess financially. I don't know why they don't pay their taxes. What a privileged thing to say, seriously. You mean the house she rents? That house isn't huge. It's like 3,700 square feet. Someone who lives in a 1,500 square feet house, yeah, it's huge. Oh, sure, I get it. But she's not balling out in a mansion. It's not even being messed with. I don't have a relationship with Amy. We don't speak. I don't trust anything she says. I just try to be respectful always. When she can't respect women, then I have a problem. She's been educated. She's been educated by her post because she's angry and backtracking a bit. No, that's what she does when she realizes she will lose public support and money. She does that every time. That's when I figured out who she was. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's more. Oh, shit.
I am so tired of this girl.
All right. I just don't want. My head is filled with just so much disgust right now. I'm trying to be respectful, maybe. No, you have to report. But me, it's too much to know about. I get it. This is heavy shit. I can't go to trial. It really is. I don't blame you. I still haven't decided. Oh, she's going to go to trial.
I am so tired of this girl. I have so many of these.
I don't know my internet. My all right, so okay, so I guess the internet there's okay.
But she threw me to the wolves because she got hate and she was losing business. She lied and said it wasn't about Jana when it was about Jana.
Oh shit.
I don't care about I don't care about this petty shit, but like she's trying to disrupt anyone I speak to and saying that I'm a liar when I didn't lie. She's the one that lied. And you guys, she's going through some serious shit right now. They owe so much money. Like, she knows that. She owes money in taxes for her commercial properties that they haven't paid in 3 years. She has a huge tax lien right now for her business that she hasn't paid taxes on since she started. They have a loan out against a business that they acquired from her grandmother's death that they can't repay. She just paid off a massive IRS tax lien, and her business is falling apart because of what's happened with the Duggars. All of that is public record. And I'm trying to just report a story. I don't know. She owes like $28,000 to the state of Arkansas. It's on public record.
Imagine, if you will, for a moment, that you have a friendship. Maybe you met through professional reasons, or but you became friends with one another. And this person knows all of this intimate knowledge and information about your finances, about your taxes, about your businesses. Like, in what world is that normal? Like, I mean, sure, you yourself may share something with them, but for them to know, like, your liens and taxes, and it's just crazy. Or who left you what, or I mean, it seems like a lot. Let me turn that off. All right, let me check out chat here. See here, I saw something. Here we go. Okay. Thank you so much for this super chat, Autistic Shell. Late fee, I didn't get a notification. Oh, and for the haters in the bushes, this is a joke. Yes, I find all my mods. Yeah, we'll let them think it's a joke. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Fans of the Duggars were never fans of Amy. Yeah, I knew that. Like, in the subreddit, Duggar Snark or whatever, like, aren't they the ones who started calling her Famey or whatever? Yeah, they're not fans of her. Never fans of Amy, and they definitely weren't buying clothes like what Amy sold. Yeah. Who the fuck was buying those clothes? No, I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to throw shade at Amy. I don't really care one way or the other, but those were not attractive clothing items. They weren't. Sorry about my foul mouth today. Oh, you're fine. Stop. So I got to pay the state to drive my shitty car around on these potholed roads. I miss Colorado. Yeah, same here in upstate New York. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. I mean, I get why we pay taxes, and I'm all for taxes. I consider myself a pretty staunch socialist, I'll be honest. So I get it, but yeah, it would be nice if maybe that money actually went toward things on a communal level like that, you know? Anyway. The hymen hunter protecting all bags. Oh my god, that's so gross. What the hell? Like the hymen hunter. Oh my god. I want to design. I want that to be my first piece of merch, the hymen hunter. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh no, not the mama flu. Good luck, Tiffany. Always good to meet a new friend. Oh no, Tiffany, you have the flu? I'm sorry. Your sales had nothing to do with Josh. Times are tough, and shopping at a clothing boutique isn't going to take priority over groceries. Yeah, wasn't it like just like during COVID and coming out of COVID and everything? Like everyone's sales were down, and especially if you're selling the clothes that look like those clothes, your sales are never going to go up, in my opinion. Oh, the man flu was horrible. Yeah. Word of advice: if you're married or you live with a man or whatever, do not get a thermometer that beeps when it's done taking the temperature. Don't, because when that man flu hits, about 2 or 3 times an hour, you're gonna hear beep, beep. Because it's always like a long beep too when it gets done. Just get one that's silent, or like a mercury one even. Don't get one that beeps, because you will want to take that thermometer and you're going to want to shove it up his ass at some point, probably during the first couple hours if they're sick. Yeah. Try to refrain from shoving it up there, though. Even though you could actually get a temperature reading that way. But yeah. Amy and Deanna wouldn't say they'll never forgive because they adhere to the belief that says you have to forgive in the same way Jesus forgives us of our sins. If you don't forgive, you won't be forgiven. Yeah. We'll never forgive. I think Jana bought and relocated her own house a couple of years ago. Yeah. Kate said Jessa and Ben have been punching their baby in the face since she was a few months old because she has a strawberry. That's cruel. What the fuck? Is that why Katie posted all of Amy's finances? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for yeah. Thank you for your support, Autistic Shelf. How how's Kitty? Does she still play with her cat tree? Yeah, she freaking loves that thing. Like, um, she didn't like to go all the way up on top at first. I mean, it took a little bit of time warming up to that, but now most of the time that's where she is. Um, she likes playing with the ball that's hanging back there, and um, I put her food because the dog will get in here sometimes. I don't want the dog eating her food, so I put her food in the little. I don't know, a little bit. Okay, yeah. So you see like the water bowl, the bowl up top of the second like little house there on top. That's the water. it's inside is where I put the food. So that way the dog can't get to it. And that way she can eat and feel relatively safe. Like she doesn't have to be on guard while she eats and stuff because she's, protected and shit in there. So, but yeah, she fucking loves that thing. Usually you right up top there, you'll just find, wait, can you see the top? No, not really. Right up top, right up there is where you'll find her hanging out there, usually. Yes, thank you so much. That's been it's been a godsend. Like, I had like this. It's not quite a fainting couch or whatever, but it's really big. It's kind of designed like that. This big chair over here. So when the dog's here, I make the dog sit on the chair and she actually listens. And then the cat just hangs out there on the tree and plays. Like for months, I never would have thought them being in the same room would be possible, but now it's the norm. And I want to get another cat. One of the houses in the neighborhood has an outdoor cat, and they leave it outside in the freezing cold. And I just want to give it a home, nice warm home. But I won't steal the cat. I won't. But one night we let it stay in the house. It was cold, so I might end up stealing the cat. I'm kidding. I'll try not to. I just don't like to see cats running around, like it's an outdoor cat. I get that. So during the day, it should be outside if it wants to be, but at night it shouldn't be out there. Cat distribution system has chosen you. That's okay. I'll volunteer as tribute there. Rectal. Awesome. Lulu said rectal. Okay. Oh, hey, Negative. Hey, just saw or just sat down to do some work and saw you were live. Just want to say hi. I miss you. I miss you too. I'm not really doing much. I wanted to share receipts for an update for the GoFundMe, but my computer was not moving fast. So as soon as I'm done wrapping this up, I'm gonna upload them then, so people can see that. And like I was saying too, I'm gonna close down that GoFundMe, and sometime over like the next week or so, I'm gonna start one for the May days of the trial there. Like I said, yes, it's a frivolous thing. I completely agree. And I understand if no one wants to donate to it. I don't blame you. It's still a frivol though that I have to deal with. Not that I wanted to deal with it, but it's kind of, I'm stuck with it. So if you're so inclined to, and you're able to, and you would like to, I thank you and I appreciate you. If not, I get it. I'm just happy to have your support in any way. So have you checked out legal aid in Kansas? I got a few calls out. Yeah. Because there's one thing I'm working on doing first and foremost, and hopefully I'll get that done over the next week or two, because that's going to make a big difference, I think. That reminds me, police came to my house last week asking if I was torturing cats. What? I'm easily entertained. How far in a can will have me rolling for days? Days, I say. I don't even need the can. I'm kidding. Illegal college there maybe will help. Because I put red pepper in my memory garden, and some lady from across town was telling the interweb that I am amazing cats. Mind you, I worked at the Humane Society, Humane something, Save a Kitty. Yeah. Okay, so you can do that though. Like you can, okay, so I like to feed crows, birds, but especially crows. And whenever you put like peanuts or whatever out or any kind of nuts or bird seed, then the squirrels come along and they eat it. But squirrels are they're mammals, so they have capsaicin receptors on their tongue, so they can you get if they eat something that's hot or spicy or whatever, they feel it. It burns their tongue. Where birds don't have those receptors, so they can eat a whole stomach full of like the hottest, spiciest shit, and it won't phase them a bit. So this is why a lot of people will put red pepper or other really hot, spicy things on the stuff they put out for the birds, so the squirrels and shit don't eat it. It's the squirrels aren't going to get hurt from it. They'll eat it, they'll try it, they'll realize shit that hurts. They will associate eating the pile of food with the pain that they just felt, and they will then just walk away and not fucking eat them, or they'll adapt like the ones do in my area, because now there's not a thing hot enough that they won't fucking touch here anymore. Bullshit. About 15 strays on my block, but they poop in my memory garden, and I spread red pepper and vinegar, and they don't poop so much in my memory garden. But the cat she was showing had conjunctivitis. Oh, okay. Yeah, they wouldn't be from the red peppers. Idiot. There are some people though who will like put shit out there that poisons animals. Like I think someone around here was doing that to the squirrels, because like I walked the dog as maybe 2 years ago. It was right in the beginning of spring. And it was like just around one block, there was like so many like dead squirrels on the road. And it just seems like maybe you see one, maybe two, around the whole block, but you don't see like 6 or 7 normally. That was a lot. So, um, hmm. Well, I'm glad that um, you're not torturing cats. Yeah, it's not that I want another cat. It's just this cat's so friendly too. Like we put food outside on the porch for it a lot, and it just sits there and just lets you pet it. It's like it just hangs. It wants to hang out. It just wants to chill with you. Where the cat I have, here, um, um, yeah, this cat just doesn't want to chill. Like maybe once in a while in the middle of the night, it'll want to curl up with me for like 5 minutes, but then it'll start attacking my hand. So. Oh, that's interesting. You had a squirrel going through your ashtray? Oh no. Yes. Hmm. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I will give me 5 minutes and I'll have those receipts posted to the GoFundMe and I'll have it closed out. But thank you all very much for your help. I mean, if it wasn't for the help I got, I don't know how I would have swung it, period, let alone been able to swing it in a sense that freed me up to focus on the things I needed to focus on. So, I mean, all of you, thank you so much for your support, whether you donated, whether you were here watching and just, whatever, just thank you everyone for your support. It's amazing just how incredibly caring and compassionate people are in this community. And I really appreciate it. So. All right, woodpeckers like spicy stuff. Yeah. What do you think about flying, EKC? Or what did you think about flying? Oh, I flew before. The hell, my lipstick is bothering me now. I had flown before a couple of times. Like I've been to Florida a couple of times. I went to Wisconsin for a few weeks. My sister lived out there. That's why. I think that's it. It's the only time I flew really. But I've flown before. But flying's different though than it was. Cause like when I went to Wisconsin, that was in the year like 1999, I think. And the first time I went to Florida was like 93 or 94. And the second time I went to Florida was like 2005 or something. So, I mean, I hadn't flown since at least 2005. And I remember like back then, especially in the 90s, like the planes needed much longer runway to get going. And their incline was much more gradual, I think, or at least that's the impression I was left with. Because when we were pulling up to Syracuse Airport, when Mike was dropping me off, I just look over and like you see the planes take it off, and they're not going straight up or like a shuttle or whatever, but they're like this going up, and I'm watching. I'm like, fuck, they didn't used to do that. And I was happy though to see that the planes are smaller. Like I didn't fly in a 747 or anything, because I've from what I understand, like this, if your chance of survival is more likely with a smaller plane than with a big plane. So I was happy to see that it wasn't a big plane I was flying in, just in case. But they all made it there okay. But yeah, I don't know. I like the takeoff, and especially the takeoff. Although landing though, coming in to Syracuse, was it Wednesday night? Yeah, there was a snowstorm out in Syracuse, and they had lake effect snow and everything, so it was really windy. And like there wasn't hardly any turbulence like the whole flight until the pilot was trying to land the plane. And it's like when he was probably like just maybe 20 seconds before, landing on the runway there, like the plane just started going like this, like crazy, like you were like bouncing out of your seat almost. That was a little scary. Yeah. Check Twitter DM. Okay. The one thing that came out of this BS is you got to meet your friends. Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome meeting that. It really was. Like I have to say, like I wonder just how much. So when you see her on camera, she looks bigger than she is. Like she's a tiny little thing, really. Like she's taller than me, but everything else about her is kind of tiny. Like I don't know. I was like, oh my god, you're adorable. So Twitter DMs. Go away. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Autistic Show. Thank you for becoming a member, Hing Texas. All right, I missed that. Thank you. Oh, and I just saw the other messages in there. Is that from today? No, it's from Tuesday. Yeah, no, it's from today. Yeah. So to the other person in the group chat there, don't ever feel like you're not welcome in my chat, please, because you absolutely are. I mean, yeah, you are. So I hope that doesn't remain the case anyway. Like that you feel like that anyway. But I get it. I understand. But please don't. Please don't feel like that. All right. Did I miss anything else here? So Hank Texas became a member, and then I got everyone. Thank you guys so much for your support. Yeah, I was. So get this though. So a girl I work with shared something on Facebook with me. It was a local article talking about the weather that we had here while I was gone. I think it was on 28th or something. This happened of February. We had a tornado touchdown just south of here. I'm like, that figures. I'm in Kansas, fucking Kansas. And that's when a tornado comes into New York State, because when I'm in Kansas, that's great. That figures. But May, though, is peak tornado month. Now, I don't want to see a big tornado. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I don't want to see any damages or anything. But I would love to see a little tornado. It'd be cool. I got to take control of a tiny four-seater plane that was cool. Now it bugs me knowing that the so-called good pilot is now a bank robber. He's a former friend of my ex. My ex won't talk to him. That's interesting. So you know pink rounders. That's cool. Oh, holy spackle. Of course you're surprised about that. See, it was a good move though, because it completely showed exactly what kind of person Cheshire is, the things that she's talking about in her streams that she tried to convey to the court, that she just likes to cover like the bad behavior she sees on YouTube and whatever. So I wanted to point that out, that yes, and I also wanted to point out her not only her lack of credibility, but her bias, her prejudicial position, basically. In fact, while I was asking questions to point that out, I think that's when the other side's attorney objected, but I won that objection. So yeah, I think it was a very good idea to point that out. I just think it's kind of fucked up that she thought that was a joke, that she thought that was funny to be joking about making me signing her tits or whatever. Like, I don't see the humor in that. Call me crazy. I don't. Seems kind of a weird fixation to have too, I think. Oh yeah, we all are wild. You're right. I fully agree with that statement there. Cheshire is the bad behavior, in my opinion. Y'all are wild. Yep, I agree. Fucking agree. Been saying that since day one. But yeah, in a stream that she did recently, that's exactly what Cheshire said. Was, when this is all done and over, we should find her or go there and make her sign my tits. Yeah, this is who was up there testifying against me, was someone who wants to make me sign her tits. I thought that was very relevant. I'm guessing you don't agree, though, with that comment. I'm guessing you mean that facetiously, but when you think about it, you might actually kind of fucking agree with it. I don't know. Hi, Rena Rue. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, everyone. I'm listening and sending support. Oh, thank you. All right, on that note, I'm wrapping up. Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here. And I will get those receipts up, and I will see you guys later. I'll be streaming sometime tomorrow because, like I said, tomorrow I'll too. So, bye, guys.